Greetings friends, it's Denise again with Denise's Dancing Paintbrush and another collage. This one's a very special one. I've been working all week on this portrait of my good friend's son and grandson. I thought it was such a charming photo. He is just a newborn, like just last week, and does the daddy look happy? Yes, he does. And it was so special. I thought, oh, I simply must collage this for my friend. I had a little camera trouble. Actually, the camera worked fine. I managed to delete the photos from this side angle, all except for this one. So you're just going to have mostly a down view. Okay, sorry. But anyway, as usual, I worked on the background first, and most of it are photos. Actual photos I took and decided to discard because they are nothing more than landscapes and sky and things like that that, you know, you just don't need to keep cluttering up your life with photos that really aren't that important. Most of these I thought would make nice photo references, and so they did at the time. And now they're making a nice collage for somebody. How about that? So very carefully, you can see I went around the baby's face with my photos, and then I'm starting on my friend's shirt. You can see the pages I'm using for this are mostly on the shirt, mostly Avon catalog pieces. But the shadow down there behind his back, I want you to notice this because you can't really see it in this video, but it is all from a National Geographic photos of the bottom of the sea, a treasure hoard at the bottom of the sea. And so I thought, oh, that is perfect for this collage. It adds a little bit of a message as well as dimension. So the shadows are all pieces of 8 and gold goblets and other doubloons and things like that, if that makes any sense. But I hid lots of pictures in this collage. I don't know if you'll ever be able to see it, but there's a little boy in the shadow on his shirt. It's not on there yet, but there's also going to be the face of a man. There is a red flower, not that you can really see it. I put photos of hot air balloons you can see in the sky. There's a cat in the shadow behind him. When I finish his hat, and you know, I didn't even show it because you really couldn't see me working on it. The camera just didn't reach high enough. There's also an owl. To me, symbolic, wise parenting, and all of that. There's a bird of prey behind him. It's a kestrel. It's sitting on his shirt right now, but I'm gonna glue it on just behind his shoulder in just a little bit. Which, you know, to me, protective dad, that's what it symbolizes. And what else did I put in here? I put lots of little symbolic pictures. Because it's a collage, I can do that. Why not? I spent a lot of time on this man's face simply because I wanted it to really look like him. I did not want my friends to say later, as my aunt's family used to, that doesn't even look like my child. Yeah. Family can be very difficult. What can I say? So I really worked to make this man's face look just like who it's supposed to look like. And you can see as you go along, I'm going to change it several times. Little things like making the chin shorter, making his nose straighter. You know, it's the little things that make all the difference when you're working on a portrait, you know? And so there you go. I had a lot of fun working on the hand on this one. The hand. Oh, I really enjoyed that part. I put little red buttons on his shirt. You know, I had to cut out the circles and then cut out little shadows to go around the circles. You know, it's a little bit complicated. Oh, and also the baby's head, you know, little baby head. The shape of a baby's head changes as they get older. And me, I just made it round and then went back and really studied the photo and realized, oh, you know, I made it too round. His little head is sort of squashed at the top because, hey, he's a newborn. That will change with age. But for now, I needed to make it a little bit flatter across the top, right near the forehead. I'll do that in a minute. You'll see. Oh, also in the photo, there was a little binky in the baby's mouth. But, you know, I just didn't want the binky to be forever part of his portrait. And so I removed it. Hey, I'm the artist. I can do that. So I just put his hand up to his face instead of the binky. Funny thing, binkies, well, around here, a pacifier is got lots of little nicknames, binkies and comforter. You know, in Spain, it was called a comforter. We used to call it a pacifier when I was growing up and my sister and brother were babies. A friend of mine from, oh, what state was she from? Kansas or someplace like that. Called it a binky, and I thought that was a fun name, so I've been calling them binkies ever since. It seems like every culture has got a different nickname. I had a friend who called it a plug, which basically that is its function. But there you go. Everybody's got a different word for it. His little outfit was blue, and I thought about changing the color, but I decided no, blue really fits him. As long as it's a different value blue than the sky, it'll stand out okay. But also, you know, the father's blue jeans are blue. There's a lot of blue and red in this. I had to put the shadows under his hat also in rather red and orange, because shadows, reflected light, it tends to reflect what you're wearing. Which was why many people think that, you know, wearing a certain color will change their their eye color. And to a certain extent, it does, because of reflected light. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm wondering if I've gotten his wrist too thick. Well, the baby's arm is on top of it, so no, I guess that's about right. That's me. I'm always seeing things that I could change. Last little bit was his feet. And those toes, they are so adorable. Baby toes, you know what I'm saying? Baby toes. You just can't help yourself. They're so cute. So I had to have little shadows. This took me a while because I had to cut out teeny pieces of paper and I kept dropping them. Oh, very embarrassing. Little tiny pieces that would be shadows in between the toes. If you don't put the shadows on, then the toes just won't show up. And there are 10 of them. So I took a little time on these itty bitty toes. Oh, but they were fun. What can I tell you? Nearly finished. And then I added a few words, which you'll see in a minute. You know, I found something that said for my body, and I changed it for my baby. Wasn't hard to do. I just had to move around a couple of letters. So there it is, for my baby, over on the right on his shirt. Thanks so much for watching all the way to the end. I sure appreciate everyone. If you like this, give me a thumbs up. And subscribe so you can see every week I try to load a new collage or watercolor on YouTube. I'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.